Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right. You've tuned into the right place. We're going to hash that shit out. Big up to every single one of you that's tuned in. Normski will be joining me very, very, very soon. But for the meantime, you've just got me. And I'm going to look straight into the camera and look at every single one of you world-class people that's tuned in right now. That's watching this on catch up, watching this wherever, whoever, however, whatever. What the fuck was that? What was that? And this needs to be spoke about now because this isn't just a bad result. Aston Villa, they're a good side. Absolutely. It's away from home. Always going to be tricky. I respect that. I appreciate that. I didn't expect Arsenal to go there and roll them over 4-0. I didn't, people. Do you know what I also didn't expect Arsenal to do? Go up there and not even turn up for 45 minutes. Not even turn up. 45 minutes, passenger. Oh, yeah, Odegaard had a couple of little shots that rolled about 4 miles an hour straight into the hands. What a stat pad that guy is. Martin Odegaard, more like fucking Martin Clunes, mate. That geezer got man of the match. Man of the match. Martin Odegaard, man of the match. He was the least of our problems today, by the way. He was the least of our problems today, and we will get into it individually in absolute depth. There's a lot to talk about. We got people saying, oh, it's just one game. It's just a bad result. Man City lost there. So, who cares what Man City done at Aston Villa? I care what Arsenal done at Aston Villa. And what did Arsenal do at Aston Villa? I sent out a message to a couple of people, Shane Gooner in the chat being one of them, and I'll come to the chat in a second, so please bear with me. I sent out this message specifically about 12 o'clock, and I said, we will know where we stand in 3 hours' time. In 3 hours' time, Arsenal Football Club will know where we stand. And there's a couple of meanings to that, because the scenario is we win. And you know what? I wouldn't put my hands up and go, we're going to win the league now, because no one's won the league in December. But if Arsenal won there today, I would probably be looking and going, do you know what? That's not bad, is it? That's a tough place to go. And by hook or by crook, you've got it done. I would have held my hands up and go, yeah, maybe. And there was the scenario, sadly, the one that played out in the universe that we live in. And we all know what that scenario was, don't we? World-class chat. So am I right? Big up to every single one of you. We know what that scenario is now, don't we? And that is 1-0 down. Fair dues to Arsenal in the second half, to some extent. Fair dues to them. They come out with the intent second half and got the equaliser we deserved for the intent. For the 10 minutes, for the 15 minutes max. But, well, what can you say for the finale of it? It's funny because if you flip this conversation to a top gooner, they'll go, yeah, well, sometimes, it just happens in football. Okay, well, let me answer this. If when we beat Newcastle late on, it was a Champions win, it was a Premier League title winning sides win, then what is it when you concede a point or 3 points late on? We've done the same against Sunderland. We bottled it in a couple of minutes left and got a draw out of that from a winning position. We dropped 2 points again or whatever from today. Dropped 1 point and obviously let Aston Villa gain it. So if you win one game late on, it's a Champions victory. What's it in reverse? What is it in reverse? So you get the points when you win the game late on. What happens if you lose the game late on? It's a fucking farce. It's a joke. And we've done that twice this season already. 50% more than the other side. We've dropped points from positions where we had points. In the grand scheme of things, I didn't want a point from today, although I accepted and appreciated it was going to be a tricky game today. I did. I always knew it. We dropped a point today. It was a good point from that perspective because we were nowhere near it, and we will get into that performance. Trust me, there's a lot to talk about today. This ain't a 30-minute episode. There's a lot to talk about today. So what is it then when you keep dropping points in the last minute? What is it then? It's called what we're fucking used to. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Oh, yeah, he's crashing out. I'm not crashing out. This is what we've all been telling you for years. This is exactly what's happening. Exactly what we've been telling you. Oh, yeah, but you're still 2 points clear. That's all well and good. I know we're 2 points clear. We were 7 points a couple of games ago. We've seen this story. We've read this book. The pages are sticky. The book is almost looking like a pirate book. It's all that dirty tea stain fucking pages. That's how many times we've read this book. The DVD is scratched to absolute pieces. It's been spinning round and round and round and round and round and round and round. We have watched it that many times. This song, the record, it's not even playable anymore. That's how many times we've listened to this song. And okay, yeah, cool. The combat, the easy little narrative of combating what I'm about to say is, yeah, but we're still 2 points clear. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We are saying the same thing as we was when we were 7 points clear. And that is, stop getting ahead of yourself. Calm yourself down. There's plenty of games left to go. We have seen this happen time and time and time again. It's a little bit of history repeating, right, Norms?
Right. How you doing, guys?
Yeah. Big up Normski. Listen.
Fraud. Absolute fraud. That's what he is a fraud.
I've opened up and had a little mini vent, but I mean, there's more. There is absolutely more to come because there 7 minutes just ain't enough to justify what we witnessed at 12:30 today, and maybe different times wherever you're watching it in the country or other countries, of course. Normski, what on earth was that? Almost like we've told you. We've told you that this has been coming. People are saying, Normski, and I want to start on this, yeah? People are saying, oh, yeah, well, you know, you're still top this and all of that. Mate, draw, win, loss. That's not winning form. That's not title winning form. That's I can't put a run together form. That's not winning form.
That's right.
What are you thinking about this,
listen, man, no, honestly.
7 points dropped, bro.
7 points dropped. 7 points dropped. This is not title winning thing. These guys and Arteta does not have the mental fortitude, right? And it's coming down into this. It's cycling down into these players. Okay. First of all, is selection. We knew, Aaron. We knew. Spooner's Odegaard could even sneeze. He's in that side, right? As soon as he can sneeze, he's in that side. Yeah.
Man of the match.
Man of the match. Where? Who? Wow. Who? Oh, no. I'm telling you, it's a matrix settings that's going on here, bruv. Yeah, I'm telling you, Aaron, they're tapped out. They've given this guy the man of the match so people can turn around and say, oh, look, what? He hits one shot and he tips it over the bar. So what? He slows down the game. Eze out on the left. Why? What does he do out on the left? Unfortunately, Arteta is making these guys look crap. Right? Klopp comes on. What did he offer? Moreno didn't offer nothing. What did he offer? Unfortunately, it's a system, Aaron. It's a system, right, that's making these players look terrible, right? Soon as we get that equalizer, what do? We freeze. We pull up the handbrake, say, that's it. We ain't going nowhere. Just control the game. Unai Emery, yeah? Unai Emery, a proper manager, taught this novice, right, tactics, in-game tactics. You saw what he done. Did you see Morgan Rogers today?
Yeah.
Twisted
Ben White to pieces. To pieces.
Right, we've got a squad. What's people moaning about? We've got anchor pay. What's people moaning about? Hey, we got people that could be moved into different positions. Why are the top gooners moaning? I thought we was October champions, we're November champions, we're December champions because we're still top. I'm telling you now, right? 2 points. City are just about start to say, right, okay, let's watch these guys. Yeah, let's just press the gas a little bit more. These guys are gonna fail and crack under this pressure. We've seen, Aaron, we've seen it all before, but they're gonna come and say, oh, here we go, bottom gooners moaning about. No, we're called cautious gooners. That's what we're called, cautious gooners, not bottom gooners. cautious gooders because we've seen it all before. I was absolutely livid. I saw the team sheet today and I was thinking, why is Odegaard starting? Why is Odegaard starting in midfield? Saka frustrates the life out of me. Aaron, Saka frustrates the life of me. It could be down to his injuries. I don't know. When he's meant to pass, he's selfish. Right? He's selfish. You saw that in the last game. Oh, okay, he got his goal. So what?
Norms, can I just add on to that? At the minute, he is not good enough to be selfish.
Well,
if you're good enough, you can be selfish. If you're good enough, if you're going to take the geezer on,
you hit the nail on the head, bro. You hit the nail on the head. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, I'll take that back. I'll tail that back. He's useless, absolutely useless, mate. Today, and the whole team, the first half, mate. You know, people saying, "Oh, just because we had 15 shots, they had 15 shots, it was an even game." How? What game were they watching? Everybody telling us to calm down. I thought we had the best. I thought we had the best squad in the league. Yeah, I've seen top gooners, certain top gooners lose it. Yeah, because you know, get your heads out of the sand. Stop trying to cope and start saying, "Oh yeah, we're still top, whatever." Oh, somebody said, "Oh, well, listen, it's not bad that we've gone to Aston Villa and lost, man. This is the same team last season. Yeah, we went there, right? Yeah, we might have won 2-0, but I'll tell you what, we was lucky to win 2-0 last season." Right?
Ollie Watkins should have scored. Yeah.
Morgan Rogers got man of the match. We won. Remember, we won the game.
Yeah.
And Morgan Rogers
they won the game, and Odegaard got man of the match. It's almost like a little vice versa going on. What's going on? Ridiculous.
Brother, this guy. And by the way, I forgot. We've gone 18 games unbeaten. A so-called AFTV decided to post that out to the narrative again and get this psyche into people's head.
After the game. After the game.
Yeah, they posted it on their thing. 18 games unbeaten. Mate. They posted what Arteta said, basically. Right? They've got to push it out. They've got to push the 18 games unbeaten. Yeah, don't worry. We must feel the... How many times have we heard about we must feel the pain to push us on the game?
We've been feeling 6 years of pain. Literally 6 years of pain in what? 18 days? 17, 16 days? 6 years of pain. How much more pain do you need to inflict before people actually wake up and go, do you know what? This is almost self-harming now. This isn't pain for the greater good. It's self-harming. That's what that is. People believe in this Mikel Arteta farce. It's self-harming. That's what that is. And that's what they're doing to themselves.
It's absolutely ruining.
But they don't care. They don't care because you know what? A lot of these top gooners, and we've seen it all around, they do their things, they do all of this and they do all that. They do not care about the 70 people, world-class 70 people that are watching this. Big up, 76 now. Big up to you. They don't care about you. They care about what their subs are saying. And do you know what? Subs are cool. It is what it is. But do you know what? I'd rather people appreciate and enjoy and listen to what us sort of got to say. Don't always have to agree with it. But it's a nice avenue for us and like-minded people to talk and people in the chat to go, yeah, do you know what I mean? I just thought I was the only crazy one. That's what we do it for. We don't do it for superstardom. We don't do it to get on FTV, etc., etc. We're not a Robbie Lyle puppet. We will tell you exactly how it is for fucking real with no ulterior motive. And you get people like that will go, well, we're still 2 points ahead. Just fucking back the manager. No. That's not an excuse. Let's just then take all that bullshit away. Let's not talk about the manager. Let's just isolate that performance. Let's just pretend Mikel Arteta ain't the manager of that team. Let's just talk about the 11 players and the players that got subbed on, not whether they were subbed on at the right or the wrong time or this or that, blah, blah, blah. That performance was not fucking good enough. No. It's just as simple as that. There is no arguing that. You can take all the exterior factors away from it. All of them. Take every single one of them away and just isolate it to that performance in 90 minutes. And that was not a performance that makes me believe that that team are the best team in England. That team are going to go on and win the title because we've seen the cracks show that we have seen time and time again. And this is where we can go, yeah, this is kind of why we sort of sit on the edge of caution. None of us in this chat. You, Norms, I'll speak for you, and I hope I do.
Go on.
I'll speak to you. I'll speak for you and say we want Arsenal to win. We would love Arsenal to win the league this year. We would love Arsenal to win anything this year because we're Arsenal fans. We are Arsenal fans. See that badge right up there? Arsenal fans. Patrick Vieira's on the back of that. Thierry Henry's on the back of that. Makes no difference. I love both of them, but the badge is worth more than any of them will ever be worth. That badge right there. That's what it's all about. Not Arteta. It's Arsenal. FC. That's all that is. And that was not good enough today. Tactically, absolutely nowhere to be seen. That was probably the most laboured, inept, devoid of any effort. It was cavalier. It was pedestrian. It was lackluster. Shall I continue? There was nothing in it. I watched that first half and I just thought, look, is this a training game? Like, we sat there and watched Emi Martinez just have the ball for about 3 minutes. I'm like, no one's even wants to walk to him.
Where was the press? Where's the press?
Do you know what's even worse, Norms? The players that came on also done exactly the same. Victor Gyökeres, come on. And he's just hanging around like a fucking boot. Like he was just a training cone. He was a training prop. That's all that geezer come on.
Aaron, let me just come in. I'm sorry now. He's gone down. No, he's gone down from the Championship to League One status now. Yeah. Honestly, what's gone wrong? We knew it. We said it. When this guy leaves Sporting Lisbon and comes and plays under this manager, you think he's getting 15 goals this season? 15 goals. This guy came on for nothing. Now, look, we can say it's the system because the players don't want to find him. Yeah, but he's also got to make things happen as well. He's got to make things happen. You think you could just rock up to a Villa that in 10 games, right? 27 points, Aaron. 27 points. You think you can just rock up and go, training game, we just keep the ball. These guys wanted it more than us. Don't tell me about this game was even.
Yeah.
How was Odegaard getting
man of the match? Man of the match.
How's this guy getting man of the match? What's Martin Keown talking about? What is this brother talking about?
Bruv, that Martin Keown, that me and you watched, Norms, the Martin Keown that this world-class chat watched, the Martin Keown that anyone that watches this back on catch-up is gone. That guy don't exist anymore.
It's gone.
He's finished. That guy that we saw at Old Trafford battling for his team, buzzing because we knew what that meant. That Van Nistelrooy missed penalty, that was justice. We all knew what that meant when he jumped like that. That was a team that wanted to fight and die for each other. On the field, off the field, everything. They knew their business. That Martin Keown would have died for Arsenal Football Club. Do you reckon that Martin Keown as a player, what do you reckon Martin Keown the player would say to Martin Keown the pundit, the commentator, the this, the that? He'd have laughed at him. Martin Keown would go, who's this so-and-so?
Yeah.
Shameful, embarrassing, pathetic Martin Keown. Terrible. He's one of my favourite players because he always says street fighter. He's that guy who will do the dirty work. He'll put his paws head in them places. He'll be willing to be kicked in the nut. Just just to get that ball away. He's that excellent defender, almost like Gabriel-esque. That's why I like Gabriel, because he's that fighter. He's a winner. He'll do what it takes. Martin Keown, that's not this Martin Keown. What on earth? What on earth was he talking about?
Aaron, listen to this, right? They this summer, right? We brought in 7-8 players, right?
Yep.
We said we're building this squad. I'm sorry to say that's what it is. It's fraud alert. Yeah, it's fraud alert. Now, and I'm not digging out. I'm not digging out Berta or anything like that. But what I'm trying to say is, you've brought in these players. Now you telling me Norgard, which is not a Berta signing. Right, Zubimendi today, right? Zubimendi,
pathetic.
Rice is running out. He's playing with an injury. Yeah. You can see that. Even the commentators today said to him, he doesn't look right.
Yeah,
he's
on fumes, right. Norms. He's running off of fumes. There's no petrol in the tank, Norms. He's running off fumes, brother. I don't even know how he's still going. He's just going off momentum.
What's the point of Norgard? What's the point of why? What was the saying in the summer? Oh, that was good business. £10 million. Good business. Smart business. Running. Smart where? I'd rather go and get a smart car, mate. You'll do a lot better than him.
Do you know what, Norms? Big up to our geezer Shane as well.
Big up Shane.
While we're talking about this, we have Bruges Wednesday, then Wolves on Saturday. Game after that is Everton away, the 20th. Arteta could easily rest Rice for Bruges and Wolves, which would give him a full 2 weeks rest, but he won't. And do you know what? I said this exactly to my mates when we was watching it down the boozer earlier. if you cannot rest some of these players, and it's frustrating, of course, because we've lost today. If you can't rest it, Wolves at home, Club Brugge away. Granted, Club Brugge will be a tricky game. We're basically qualified, though, are we not? You know, we are basically qualified for that Champions League game. Give him a rest. It might have been. We will never know the exactities, right, of Declan Rice's performance today, whether it was down to being ran into the ground or whether he's carrying an injury, a little bit of injury. But what we do know is his performance was nowhere near like the performances they have been for the last 6 weeks. And that coincidentally coincides with the fucking injury that he's gotten being overplayed. Now is the time, is it not? If he can't be rested, if certain players can't be rested in these 2 fixtures, like Shane correctly says, when on earth will you rest them? When on earth can he can? He's got to have a little Declan Rice. I love him. He's unbelievable. He's been our player of the season by a country mile. Well, maybe not a country mile. Timber's been knocking on that door as well. Big up Timber. I don't want to do him a disservice there. But he's more important, Declan Rice, is he not? He needs to be rested. And we can see that today. Yeah. He was part of, unfortunately for him, a lethargic performance. He's got to be rested now, is he? Because when you start seeing it, sometimes good performances mask how knackered you are, how shattered you are, how much of a rest you need. That today, and even the last game, kind of says, these players are getting tired.
Yeah. Fixed bench. What fixed bench? Where is the bench being fixed? Because if the bench was fixed, you would be playing Norgard. But you don't trust him. What has Ethan got to do? What is Ethan? Is it that Saka has to have his leg chopped off for Ethan to go and play? Or not, he might vacate because he ain't getting above none of them. Yeah? What's the point? What's all the big circus around him signing that new contract? What was the point? Why don't you play? You don't trust him? What are we doing here? Seriously, what are we doing here? Possible. He's an absolute fraud. That's what he is, right? And if Unai Emery was back with the money this guy was back, I'm telling you, Aaron, despite us, listen, when he got sacked, right? Oh, he lost the dressing room, blah, 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 blah. People taking the mick out of him. This guy is a fan. This guy, let me tell you something. The start of the season, for the first 2-3 games, that guy, they were sitting in the bottom 3. They're now sitting third, sorry. Yeah? They're sitting third, right? Yeah. In their last 10 games, I've said it already, I'm going to say it again. 27 points out of 30. One game they lost, and that was against Liverpool. And they were unlucky in that game. It was just 2 stupid mistakes. They literally gave that game away. Right? Oh, listen, he cannot tie the bootlaces of Unai Emery.
No, he's a better manager.
He's an absolute novice. He hasn't got no in-game management. He hasn't got a clue. Yeah? When we go down, is he standing there like this? What are you doing? Make something happen. Look at Leeds today. Look at Leeds today. I know Liverpool are going through their stuff and everything, but look at Leeds today. Yeah, he tactically changed that game, the last game when they beat Chelsea. He said, right, the game before that when they lost, he said, right, I'm going to play 2 up front. Why are you frightened of playing Moreno and Gokrits up front? Why not go to a 3-5-2? Nah, not Mikel Arteta.
Nah.
He ain't got it. He ain't got it
in him. There's solutions, guys. There's plenty of solutions that he's got within that squad. Oh yeah, but there's loads of injuries. No. You don't tell me that it's the best summer we've ever had in our history in terms of transfers. You cannot sit there and tell me that. And then also at the same side of your mouth, big up Norms. He will be back in a second. You can't say both things at the same time. It doesn't work. It's either one or the other. You can't sit there and go to me, all right, cool, it's the best summer Arsenal's ever had. Definitely not the Bergkamp signing window, though, or the Thierry Henry one, or the Bobby Perez, or the Sol Campbell, or any of them ones that actually, in the fruition of them signings, won us league titles, etc., etc. Surely not any of them. No, it's definitely this one. Okay, sweet. We got 8 signings then, 7, 8 signings. Oh, but we constantly got injured. It's injuries now. So you're still moaning about the same reason as last season now. You're still saying the same excuse for the same old thing. We're never saying that Arteta is what I personally ain't saying that Arteta is 100% at fault for the for all the injuries, but he's definitely largely at fault for a lot of them. And the evidence that we've constantly said to you time and time again is there. It's all there to be seen. He's got his large squad now. Why has MLS barely got a minute in his tank? Why has he barely got a minute? Ethan, what about him? Max Dowman, Lamine Yamal, people are saying, oh, he's going to be the new Lamine Yamal. All right, well, granted, I know some games it can be hard to wrangle him in there. Why is he not coming on with 10 minutes left when we're 4-1 up at Spurs? Why is he not coming on but when we're 4-1 up? Why is he not doing any of that? Why are we making stupid subs still? Why are we not making stupid subs? Today, fair enough, he actually mixed it up a little bit at half-time. But why leave Odegaard on? There's still questions there. I actually didn't mind the fact that he decided to change things up at half-time. But why is Odegaard man of the match? Oh, what, because he forced Emi Martinez into one save? But because he decided to stat pad his shots on target. The other lot were fucking pathetic little rolling. What are we doing here? They're all straight at the keeper because he made the goalkeeper have one save. He gets man of the match. He's been anonymous. Martin Clune's in the midfield. Absolutely anonymous. And do you know what? It's not... I want to bring it to the right-hand side because this needs to be spoke about. Massively needs to be spoken about. And it's probably going to upset a couple of people. Maybe not in this chat. Maybe it will. I don't know.
It might be a fallen star, mate. It's a fallen star.
And it seems like a bit of telepathy is going on up here because Normski knows exactly what I'm going to talk about. And his name is Bukayo Saka. Stephen Hawkins would have beaten his man a little bit easier on the right-hand side if he was still alive. And I'm actually blaming Bukayo. You know that? So let's take that away. He has had his possibility, his chance to be a world-class player taken away from him by this manager. Absolutely well and truly. You can't get an injury like he had where your muscle, the grade 3 tear, literally is off the bone like Salt Bay's going to put a fucking bit of seasoning on it and then rushing back halfway through the usual time it takes to come back and expect him to be normal. He limps. He looks like he's limping 5 minutes into the game. He looks like he's limping 5 minutes in the game. He looks like he has to will himself to run on and to try and track back. I looked at him a couple of times where he's like, come on, trying to will himself to go on. That's not a man that doesn't want to try and track back or pull an effort to win the ball back. That looks like a man who can't. It looks like a man who can't do that. And that's been taken away from him. But also it can't 100% be down to the manager, even though I think it largely is. He's done. People are saying he's world class. It will Bukayo Saka throughout the season from this point on will give you fantastic goals throughout the season, 50, 60 games. He will give you a great goal. He will make an unbelievable assist. He is a good player. He will do that. But not to the level that Arsenal Football Club need him to be. And that's not to take him away from the fact that he carried Arsenal for 5 years through the 8th, the 5th, the seconds. He did. Mikel Arteta wouldn't be in a job if it wasn't for Bukayo Saka.
100%.
It wouldn't be. So I'm not taking anything away from Bukayo Saka. But when we talk about winning the league and putting in the winning performances, last year, Mohamed Salah would have scored the winning goal at 1-1 for Arsenal on that right-hand side.
100.
Mahrez would have scored a winning goal or done something, created something out of nothing for Manchester City. Bukayo Saka still has not taken that step. And what worries me, Norms, and I want your thoughts on this, chat, I want your thoughts on this as well. I can't see a Bukayo Saka from this point now, watching the player he is, ever going on and taking that step for Arsenal. And it's actually a bit upsetting when you think about it, isn't it?
It is, Shane. Let me just come in here. You're absolutely 100% right. This injury, you look back at the 5 years. I remember when he came back from that injury and he had that interview and he sort of said, like, for 5 years, I don't know if it was a dig at Arteta, a slight dig at him, but he just for 5 years of non-stop. It was non-stop. Okay. And when he had that injury, we knew it was we always said it was always going to happen because this guy has saved this guy's bacon. Yeah. He saves this manager's bacon. Right now, the guy can hardly run. You look at him; he hasn't got that quick burst of pace. He hasn't got quick pace, and the thing is, what you rightly said, right, Aaron, is that it's one of those things of is it because is it selfishness? Is it born out of because he's like, well, listen, I've no other choice but to take a shot because I can't beat my man. This guy's carried this team on his back. A young guy carrying. He's now 24. He's going to end up like he's going to end up like a Michael Owen. Right? He's going to end up. And the thing is, the next thing you mentioned there is, can you go to the next level? Unfortunately, not because of the injury. I don't. So what do you do? See, if I was a manager and I'm thinking, look, he's not tracking back as he should. He's not making those short burst runs. Move him then. Try him somewhere else.
Yeah.
If he's not going to work out, because what Arteta wants him to do is run up and down. You could see there's like when the player picks up the ball, if he loses the ball, like I mean, those one-on-ones where he's quite a strong player. He's quite a strong player. He can hold up his players. But if he loses that ball, or he's trying to take that extra touch or whatever, he's trying to come inside of that, he loses the ball. Next thing you know, bang, the player's off. It's like he looks like he's running in quicksand. That's not his fault. That's because of the injury. Because of the injury. And he's thinking, oh, I don't want to really give it all because I don't want it to go again. Change his position. Why can't you go and occupy the 10? Or, occupy a false 9? Arteta, he doesn't think like that. It's like, no, you're the guy. Yeah, hopefully you'll do it. I still want you to track, but I still need you to do all of that. Yeah. He couldn't even go and help Ben White. Ben White was getting roasted down that side.
Badly.
Roasted.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, personally speaking, and because we're short of defenders, I would have probably preferred Timber to play out on the right back and put Ben White in as a centre back. That's what I would have done, personally speaking. Because with Timber, listen, he played for centre back for Ajax, but because now he's locked down that side, if you watched him today, sometimes he was going walkabouts. It's like he was he's leaving and vacating that space.
What he's used to for the last few months, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. And there's a couple of times, a couple of through balls. My son was talking. We're talking about it today. Sitting deep. Where is he supposed to be in line with other players? That's why a couple of times Ollie Watkins 1-on-1. Why are you sitting deep and you're playing them on side? Yeah, Ollie Watkins plays on the shoulder. How many times did they get around the side of us? Calafiori. Yeah. One book, we knew he was going to get the booking anyway, but he was absolutely useless. He's been probably
terrible today.
Yeah, terrible today. I mean, up until that point, he was probably one of our best defenders there. But today,
if the award was real, you'd give him most improved, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you looked at the squad, you'd go, do you know what? Calafiori, most improved. That's not saying he's been unbelievable, but he's been a lot better than what showed last season. I don't mind giving credit where credit's due. Today, Norms, he was miles off the pace. He was miss-kicking balls that was going to attackers in his own area. Yeah. He was more of a hindrance than anything else. Calafiori. Look, everyone has a bad game. We appreciate that. Today, he had a bad game. Did Calafiori a very, very, very bad game, and it's costly. You can't be having that. If and granted, this isn't his fault, by the way. But when you've got a Gabriel and Saliba next to you, sometimes when you do silly things, it's not noticed because, you've got other quality defenders there and around to pick up a little bit of slack. And that's absolutely fair enough. Something's happening with the Norms. I'll carry on the point. That's absolutely fair enough. And, it's not his fault that he had a little bit more of an inexperienced players that haven't played next to each other, like the Hincapi, like Timber pulling into that position that he's not usually used to playing for Arsenal. That's fine. But if you're going to be a £45 million defender, if you're going to be this generational Italian defender, some people have said you're the new Maldini when he first signed. That's absolutely fine. Well, show it to me on a consistent basis. Oh, yeah, but he's young. Oh, don't care if he was young. Sign me if you want a young player that's going to take 2 or 3 years to settle into that position, then, you're going to have a lot of crap on the left-hand side. I'd rather you sign me a geezer that's 2 or 3 years older then. We haven't got the luxury of waiting. And granted, he's been absolutely, he's been decent. I wouldn't say absolutely. He's been decent on the left-hand side, Calafiori. But that's all he's been, decent. And now you find out, when it isn't all rosy for you, then you find out who people really are. You find out they are through adversity. And Calafiori hasn't had a Gabriel next to him. And Core, can you tell? You can tell. He's fine when he's marauding forward, getting into attacking positions. He's not too bad. Yeah, all well and good. But what about the defensive stuff today? He got taken the piss out of. And it's not as if he was being absolutely terrorised down the right-hand side, or his left, of course. It was just simple balls that he weren't able to deal with, trying to clearance and it slicing off his foot and playing the defender in. He just had he had an absolute biblical stinker, as Lee would say, and double should have been hooked. He got himself a yellow card. He'll miss the Wolves game, and he'll be back for the Everton game. Whatever, whether that was tactical, some people have heard say, who knows? But he's not been good enough. Absolutely, well and truly not good enough today. We're allowed to isolate the performances today. I was saying, oh, well, you can't dig him out. And this is the problem with the other side of the fence. They won't let you isolate the performance today. That's why I started with, he's actually been half decent. He's been our most improved player this year, is Calafiori. But today he was still shit. There's just no escaping that. Well, you've got an agenda. Okay, cool. I can wax lyrical about how good Arsenal were v Tottenham. Brilliant. I can wax lyrical about how good Arsenal were against Bayern Munich, especially in the second half. I can wax lyrical about how good we were against Atletico Madrid. I can also do the other side and say how shit we were against a 10-man Chelsea, how shit we were today. That isn't a narrative or an agenda or a script or anything, and that's just calling out what you see. And you don't get it on the other side. It's funny because people like us, people like Normski, people like Lees and the North Sides and the Shanes, etc., we all get called out for having this narrative. But do you know all the people that call us out for having this agenda or hatred for Arteta or the hatred of this or the hatred of that are the people that only blindly defend one manager. They can't sit there and go, yeah, do you know what? It was shit and this. They can only just go, well, we're hearing a bit of criticism here. Well, just back the manager. That, my friends, is an agenda.
Yeah.
That, my friends, is a narrative. When Arteta and Arsenal do well, I'll give you. It's like my kids when they're growing up. I will praise what they do when they're doing it. I'll be like, do you know what? That drawing's wonderful. You've been really well behaved. There's a treat here and all that. When you're being bad, you will get punished. And it's the same with Arsenal. You can just see it. It might not be the best analogy in the world, but you will see a good performance, a consistent performance is good for Arsenal Football Club. When it's bad for Arsenal Football Club, we will call it out as we see it.
Yeah,
unfortunately, certain people can't fucking see it that way. I don't know, Norms. It's tricky,
I mean,
isn't it?
sorry, guys. I do apologize. My internet is just. Hopefully, Aaron would have told you. It just keeps dropping out. Maybe every time I say something bad about Arteta, the mutants come and get me. But no, that is the case. As soon as you talk or say anything, we see with our eyes. If I see that a game is good, listen. When we was winning, I was praising Arteta. I'll praise him when I need to praise him, and I'll criticize him when I need to criticize him. But is he the manager to get us over the line? I'm not so sure, Shane. Aaron, see, I'm even losing it.
That's all good.
I'm not.
I'm Shane minus about 2 foot and an Irish accent.
Oh wait, listen, Aaron, listen to me. Right, today, right, I sat there watching that game and I thought, okay, it looks like it's going to pan out to it. It was a dagger in the heart. My son said to me, Dad, I came home because I had to go out. When I come back, he goes, Dad, I've never seen you so angry. Right? He goes, I've never seen you so angry. Because I said, if I had a padded room, right? If I had a padded room, right, everything would be, that room would be destroyed. I'll tell you that now. Mate, I didn't even know what to do with myself because I'm saying to myself, what on earth is going on?
But you're not a proper fan, Norms.
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? I can't get angry because I have an agenda when if I get angry and the team ain't playing well. Oh, you think it's like, listen, I get it. We're not going to always win every game, but it's the way you lose. Yeah? And the problem is this game today, we didn't show up because we thought we could just go and step up. It's only Aston Villa. Why is it that we can turn it on? We can't just turn it on and turn it off. We're not there yet. We're not there yet to just go, it's like we'll just rock up at Aston Villa. We're not there. And we carry on playing like this. Yeah, we played at Aston Villa in a few weeks' time again. Right? They've come to the Emirates. So you see, there's a problem with Aston Villa. They seem to always derail our when it comes to us going for a title. They always seem, Unai Emery has got Arteta's number. People can say, oh, well, we beat them last year at Villa Park. We was lucky. We was lucky to win that game. Look, let's face it, man. You could go and scrap out a game and win it. I think, well, we didn't play well, but whatever. Was it signs of champions? No, because why? Because we didn't even compete or contest to even get anywhere near Liverpool. Yeah. So let's just stop this narrative. Yeah. And just take it game by game. Matty, big up Southern Gooner. He said, listen, we have to be every single game. We've got to take it game by game. Cautious. Let's be cautious every game. Yeah. Let's not be saying, oh, yeah, come April, we're going to win the league. Yeah. We've got the blue sharks behind us smelling Arsenal blood. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We've been severely wounded today. Yeah. And we're trying to stem the blood flow. Right. And if we don't stem it, mate, if we don't start sorting out our mentality, yeah, because 6 years in, come 7 years in, and we don't do it again, what are they going to say? What are they going to say? Oh, listen, we was close. Well, look, at least like we beat Bayern Munich. That will be their narrative. Yeah, well, we beat. Look how we dealt with Bayern Munich. Because they only angle to the moments. They don't look at the big picture. It's about getting this team over the line. And unfortunately, I don't have the confidence in Arteta getting this over the line because we've seen it all before.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? If this was his first season, you probably wouldn't really feel like that. You know what I mean? Because you've got no previous to go on. You know, you probably would sort of say, you know, well, you're in a little bit of the unknown, of course, because it'd be his first season. But you're like, well, cool. The fact is we've got a lot of history to go on the failures, and you can't ignore that. But big up to everyone in the chat. Smash an absolute cheeky like up. We will get Normski's channel in the title. I'll do that in a couple of seconds. But big up as well to IFC always. He's a mod on the channel. And by the way, what I'm about to say, it's cool. It doesn't agree with a couple of things. From what I've gathered, I might be wrong. But that's cool. We don't always have to agree on everything. So we can have a little mini debate. And AFC always, in conjunction with a couple of other comments he's been making, real Arsenal fans wouldn't do this. They would make a stand and protest. Never mind going on rival fans' YouTube channels for clicks. I mean, I may be wrong. If that's a personal dig at me, I mean, like, let me know. I kind of half don't want to go into it. If it's not, maybe I've misread it. If it is, and I know you posted a comment earlier and sort of saying, you know, we should be making a stand. Do you know what the frustrating thing is, though, my friend? And I sort of get where you're coming from. I do. I get that, you know, we want to make a stand, but the problem is let's just round it up. Let's talk hypothetical, yeah? There's 10 million Arsenal fans on the planet, yeah, all around the world. Let's just say that. There's more, but let's just say that 9.9 of them are away with the fairies. It's worrying. Let's say there's 60,000 people in that stadium. We're probably about 5% of them. And the worrying thing is whilst I do get, you know, AFC always, we had we went for the, you know, we protested against the Super League. But that was army in numbers. That was collectively. Everyone didn't want it. The problem is I would go to the stadium and I would say time's enough for Mikel Arteta. I would hold the banner up, but I'd be one dickhead with a bit of cardboard, with a Sharpie pen bit of writing on it. And that's the frustrating thing. You can make your stand. Let's just assume that you're talking just solely to me. That's cool. You can make your point, but I'll be one dickhead with a fucking banner. That's the frustrating thing. No one will listen. Yeah. I'm a small channel and I'm a small no one with just an opinion on Arsenal Football Club. And I'm happy to be a no one with a little opinion on the club that I love. I haven't got clout like an AFTV to band merry men together in their thousands to get a protest going. I'll just be that one geezer that probably ended up getting beat up because I had to sign. Because that's what it's like. All the top gooners, for some reason, the ones that it seems like in some of the things you've been defending for some reason, I don't know why, I may be wrong. If I am, I apologise. They're the ones that want to keep fighting us. I don't really understand that.
Yeah, you know, I was going to say, you kind of read my mind, Aaron, because I think if you did end up holding up a banner, yeah, saying Arteta out, you probably get weighed in. Not to say that you can't handle yourself, but that is the way they just think, oh, we will just deal with this with violence. We'll threaten you. Yeah, because we have got an opinion that we don't think this manager is good enough. Because they don't support the club, they support the manager. What is it? What's the fascination about this manager? Please, somebody tell me. I'll tell you one thing, though. He's a good politician. He can talk the talk. This guy, you know what I mean, can talk his way out of anything. Yeah? He could be an hostage negotiator, mate. Yeah. Just trust the process. Yeah? Trust the process. It's just a journey. Yeah, qualities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that the hostage guy would just think, you know what? The hostage take and say, I've had enough of this guy. Look, you can all go. Go. Because this guy's chatting some garbage. Yeah, you're all free. Go. I can't take any more of this man chatting his process stuff.
Yeah,
It's
madness.
an absolute joke, man. It's an absolute joke, man.
Can I address as well the last point in this? And this isn't just to clear up AFC Always point that he's made, but it's for everyone to know, and I want people to know this last little bit. Never mind going on rival fans' YouTube channel for clicks. When have I ever done anything for clicks? When have I ever done or bought subs? If I've been on 2,000 for about 4 months. If I was buying something doing that, I'd probably be on 3,000 if I was buying it. I don't want to buy anything. I give me 500 subs, give me 200 subs. I just want to talk to people that are like-minded. That's why I came on YouTube, to talk to like-minded people. I don't need to buy YouTube or followers or things like that. And I know that's been sort of spoken about. I don't know. I'm not that guy. I don't care enough for things like that. I'm proud of what I've got, which is why sometimes with the YouTube algorithms and things like that, they've messed a lot of shit up. But do you know what? That's why I don't moan about it. Oh, well, shit happens. I'm happy to talk to one person. I'm happy to talk to 79 people in the chat at the minute. There's been 100. Cool. 20 people are left. Sweet. You are the master of your own destiny. You can choose to stay or leave. There's no digital gun to your head. I'm cool. I'm just happy that we've got people that listen to us. That's buzzing. It's unbelievable. I'm not that guy. I never have been, never was, and never will be a guy to do it for clicks. Going on Rivals fans' YouTube channels. By the way, I just want to address that point. I have never asked anyone to go on there. They've always contacted me. Never, not once. On any channel that I've been on, I have never asked to go on it. Not once. They've always contacted me. And you know what? For context, when I have gone on them channels, which I don't get paid for, I don't do this or do that, I go on there so I can talk how I talk. Now, that this sort of point that you're making or may or not be making, I apologize if you're not making that point. The point that you're making there almost seems like, oh, you're going on rival fans for clicks. If I was talking differently, then I could probably understand what you're saying. If I was going on there and saying, well, the manager is good, if I was detracting from how I usually talk on my own channel, maybe there's a point on there. I'll go on and talk exactly how I do. And I'm probably largely hated in them chats, but I still go on there to talk my own thing. I'm also the master of my own destiny, and I'll do whatever the fuck I want, by the way. I'll do whatever I want. If I want to go on someone's channel, I'll do it because I want to do it, or I want to make a point. I'll do that. I've set my life up to do whatever the fuck I want to well do, and that has been the case for a large amount of time. So it's not for clicks. If that's what you're saying in relation to me, that's poor form on your behalf, bruv. Because stop the clicks. I'm just a geezer that wants to talk about Arsenal Football Club with world-class, like-minded people, like most of this chat, bar maybe you now, I don't know. And Normski and all the wicked guests that we get on there. That's what we do it for, bruv. That's what we do it for. Feels like a little bit of an attack on me there, FC Always. Poor form, bruv. Absolute double poor form. I may be wrong. Let me know if I am. But it does. Some of the comments you've been reading, that's cool. I don't mind it. Have a little pop. Cool. That's well and good. I'm just letting everyone know what the actual fact is. Going on mine for clicks. Come on, man. I'm not a click bag. What can you do? Well, we got bigger pressing things. We got bigger pressing things. What can we do? We've just watched Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club be gutless, be cowardless, be lethargic, be cavalier, devoid of anything. Norms, do you reckon? Because I was watching this and I was like, do you reckon he's setting up to be almost like lethargic and no press? So we don't press, commit bodies over and they get the long ball over. I was sat there and thought maybe that's why. And do you know what? As the game went on, I was like, nah, we just ain't on it. And you nailed it rightly, Norms.
Mm-hmm.
That we just didn't want it enough. They just wanted it more. And in the Premier League, it don't matter whether you're 20th or whether you're first. If the other team wants it more, whether you're home or whether you are away, or in Europe, whether you're in the Carabao Cup, if the other team wants it more, you're going to get a bloody game.
Yep.
You're going to get a game. And if it's on the knife edge, sometimes you're going to win them. Sometimes you're going to lose them, though.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're absolutely right. They did. I mean, they were winning every second ball. Was getting run ragged in that midfield, and we talked about this whole midfield thing. Listen, I thought our defense was fixed. Listen, we had a solid defense there. Now we've lost the likes of Sleeper. We've lost Gabriel Mangales and stuff like that. So it's kind of made that back disjointed. Now with Mascara out now for 8 weeks, it's kind of made things a little bit whatever. But then I'm looking at our midfield and I say, unfortunately, if Declan Rice, if he goes down, if Declan Rice goes down, you're going to look at your bench. You've got Norgard, you've got Moreno. Yeah,
worrying.
It's very worrying indeed. Zubamendi playing in that intensity of a game. He gets pressed, he falls. Yeah, if he's got time on the ball, fair play. Yeah, I mean, you talked about Miles Lewis-Skelly. He's a midfielder, but at the moment he hasn't got the confidence. You can see his warped of confidence. Right. He comes on, yeah, and it's like it's like a what's the name in headlights. You know what I mean? It's like
deer in headlights.
It's
yeah,
like
Bambi.
Or deer in it. It's like what? You know what I mean? What's he doing? And that's because the last season we was bigging him up. We was bigging him up. He was having his debut for England, scoring on his debut, and now he's third choice. Yeah. Not even thought of. You know what I mean? So it's terrible, man. It's terrible, and I don't know what we're gonna do. But he has to utilize the squad. He has to utilize the squad, and he just doesn't trust, the bench that he's got there. He doesn't trust them. And the only reason why, obviously, reason why Martinelli came on is because obviously Trossard wasn't fit. He came on, thought he'd try him. He ends up getting injured again. So we don't know what the extent of that is. Martinelli comes on, didn't really do much. You know what I mean? When the subs were made, not one made an impact. It was just literally just come on and just carry on doing what you're doing. Nothing. We don't have. It would have put. I know Eze didn't offer nothing on that left hand side. We know that. Playing in that 10. Yeah, playing in that 10. Today he was hiding. Yeah, today that's down to Arteta and his tactics. You need to play him in that 10 because you sometimes in those games when it's a hard fought going away to Aston Villa, you might have that just like one moment, and that's the sort of player Eze is. Yeah, I know people are gonna look back and go, look what he's done. He's playing at home. He's an awful rivals, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? You're playing at home. Yeah. But when you go away to these away games and just don't think, you can just turn up at any away game. Yeah, as I said, you've only got to look at Leeds. That Leeds was sitting way down the bottom. They've just turned over Chelsea, and they've just come back and got a draw against Liverpool. Albeit Liverpool going for a bad patch right now, but you just cannot turn and think, they were 2-0 up. Liverpool were 2-0 up. You're thinking game over. When I looked at my phone, I couldn't believe it. So let's not take these games for granted. Every game is like a cup final for us. Every game is like a cup final, and we have to get our this up there. This mental fortitude has to change, and Arteta needs to change it. But because he's so defensive, he's so cautious, and it's literally, bro, you equalize, and it's like handbrake up. If you go up, it's like, oh, let's try and control the game. No, put your foot on the pedal and finish the game. Yeah. You can't do it for some games and other games. How is it that he's able to turn over Bayern Munich? How is it that he's able to turn over Atletico Madrid? So where are those performances?
It's too inconsistent.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
You know what, as well? You said something there, Norms, and I had this conversation, almost the exact conversation with my mates in the pub earlier, and they was like, every game's an FA Cup final. There's so much pressure on every game, and to an extent, you're absolutely right. If this manager, and let me get this point out, if this manager would have won in the last 5 years a league and a Carabao Cup, or a league and an FA Cup, I'd be a lot more confident now, because all of a sudden then it isn't a cup final because you're just one of the better sides in the Premier League with a lead, with a manager and a team that's got over the line.
Yeah.
But the sole reason, and you're right, I'm not disagreeing with you whatsoever, by the way, Norms. Every game is a cup final. Every game is quite tense and quite pressured because we've failed so many times. It is like, oh, shit, it's a must-win. Every game's a must-win.
So
every game's a must-win.
Yeah.
Do you reckon when Man City won 4 in a row, did you reckon every game in the 38 in the season there was a must-win for them? Nah. No, it weren't.
No.
It weren't. They were just like, who we got? Who we got next Friday, Saturday? Who we got next Sunday? Who we got midweek? All right, cool, we'll turn them over. It wasn't an FA Cup final for them, was it? They just done their job because they knew that they could get over the line and they were a good team. We haven't got that.
And this might sound bad, but you have to have a level of arrogance. And I say, when I say arrogance, because of what Man City have done, they can go into games knowing confident that they can go in and turn teams over. Yeah, it's not. It's not, as you rightly said, it's like, oh my gosh, every game, because they've never done it before. They've done it 4 times in a row, mate.
Yeah.
4 times in a row.
Yeah.
And so by your logic, if Arsenal had won a trophy here and there or whatever, you'd say to yourself, okay, fair play. Now, we know that what you can do. But the problem, because we haven't done it, you listen, people when we was 7 points clear or 8 points clear of Man City, and everybody's saying, oh, that's it, we've won the league. People were saying that in October, we've won the league.
So premature, man.
What?
Come on.
Calm down. Right? Now we're in December. 2 points behind us. Now we're proper looking over our shoulder now. Yeah, now we're starting to smell that shark don't smell too good.
We've got whiplashes. We're looking by that way. Do you know what I mean? We're putting a claim in and all of that.
It's like Aaron, this one, reverse. That's what we're doing now. Yeah, instead of just going forward and pressing the foot on the pedal, going, yeah, come on. Nah, mate. We're going in the reverse, man. That's what we're doing.
It's so easy. It's so easy to sort of to say, these are the games that we should be winning. But do you know what? These are the games that usually the title winners do. And actually, it could be sort of proved to my point just in this one sort of chance, because Man City actually lost at Villa Park. But now in the context of where we are in this game, when you're 14 points ahead, when you play first, you've got that opportunity, like we did against Chelsea as well. You've got the opportunity to just, Chelsea's self-destructed anyway. We all knew that was going to come, because that's what they'd done the season before. Their season, blah, 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 with Chelsea. We had a Villa team. We had a chance to put Chelsea away. We didn't. We had the opportunity to put a Villa away and put the pressure back on Manchester City. We didn't. Again, these are them little moments where, when you're a title-winning side, you at least draw this game, minimum. You don't lose it, but you probably come up with the other side of it. You get that winner, don't you? You don't concede that goal. And I'm not saying that you have to win every single game to win the Premier League. No, you do not. But when when opportunity presents itself, when life gives you lemons, Mikel Arteta don't squeeze the lemons. He beats the fucking shit out of them. Like he doesn't make lemonade. He stamps on them. Like you've just got crap lemons that are worth nothing on the floor. You're like, Mikel, do you know what I mean? You could have given someone a tasty beverage. It's a hot day. What have Mikel? Just fucking
lemon guys. You can have the pips guys. You can have the pips. You can have the pips guys. You know what I mean?
We get presented. You get presented with these moments in seasons numerous amounts of times, and you've got to take them more often than not. And it's just been frustrating that we was taking these opportunities by hook or by crook. Earlier in the season, we was putting good runs together, but we was all never convinced on our side. Big up to everyone in the chat. We were all never totally convinced because of the hurt that we've been put through after the last 6 seasons, and I think that's fair enough. Absolutely fair enough, Norms.
Yep.
And then we see this happening, and it just feels like I said earlier, a little bit of history repeating. That's not us being negative. We don't wake up out of bed and go, do you know what? I'm going to hate Arsenal today. Do you know what? I'm going to really dislike this team and the manager. Do you know what? Yeah. We don't get on the iPhone notes and just go, yeah, this is the little script I'm going to write about the hatred I have for my football club. We just articulate what we see, honestly, on the football field. And ladies and gentlemen, 85 people in the chat, big up to all of you. That was not good enough. That was not a championship performance. Like I said, Norms, you weren't here when I said it. If you can have a championship winning performance, and in the 2-1 win, it was a winner's win against Newcastle. What was the other two then against Newcastle and Sunderland and this?
Right.
Because if that was a champion's win, then what the fuck was this? It was a loser's loss.
Right.
And we've done it twice.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't have one side. Let's just flip the same. Let's keep the same narrative and then flip it around. That's yours. Yeah, let's flip the terms the other way around. It's a loser's loss then, no? If it's a champion's win, it's a fucking loser's loss. And sadly, we've been used to that for 21 years. Mikel Arteta is accountable for 25% of that, by the way. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I'm frustrated, and this is why I wanted to come on screen and talk to you. Not for clicks, by the way. Just because there's 93 people in the building now. Cool. Noms, we was talking a little bit earlier on the phone. We need to vent sometimes. We're Arsenal fans. We're not world-class, top-quality YouTubers. We're just fucking normal geezers that just are disappointed with what's going on. And we're fortunate enough to have a fucking excellent people that follow us and have a listen as well. Because there's some people in the chat that might thinking, what are these two waffling on about? There's some that go, thank fuck, I'm not the only one. Yeah. Just like I was a year ago before I started this.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I think sometimes it just helps you mentally. I mean, to just sort of, just look at it, because what it is, you go to bed, it's on your mind. You said it, Aaron, on other shows where you drink, you sleep, you whatever, Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
You wake up, the first thing you think about is, right, how's Arsenal getting on? You don't wake up and go, oh, I can't stand Arsenal. Yeah. Listen, 21 plus years. Yeah, I haven't seen these guys lift the Premier League.
You must be so happy.
I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy.
Yes.
Yeah, because we profit off a loss. That's what we do. We profit off a loss. Well, I'll tell you what, if I profit off a loss, then I should have been at 20k then. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. That's not the case. Yeah. And as you rightly said, I couldn't care if I'm talking to 2 people on stream or 1k people talking on stream. It don't really bother me. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to change how I view Arsenal and what I think. I'm not here, as I said, I'm not here for clicks. I'm not here to pat me on the head or whatever. You text me. I can even play the voice note I play back to you. If I were to prove how frustrated I was, I said, Aaron, what did I say? What did I say? You text me.
Yeah. Right. It was. I mean, you're a cool. Like you're one of the best human beings I've probably ever spoke to. But you was furious on that. I was like, oh. Are you sure? You can come on if you want.
Should I have said something? Should I have said something?
I played it out loud. I was like, I hope Norms is okay with me. If you were pissed off, bruv, and rightly so. Rightly so, you should be. Do you know what, mate? Like, I've said it on shows before as well. My missus has kicked me out of bed where I've come home from football matches when we've drew or lost. And I've come in and it's been silly. I'm probably in at 11:30 and I'm laying there and I'm like, I just want to go to bed now. And I'm just thinking about the game and the loss and it's pissing me off. And I'm upset and frustrated, annoyed, and I'm trying to go to sleep and I'm rolling around. And my missus has looked up at me and went, will you stop fucking fidgeting? I'm trying to get to sleep here. Will you stop moving? And then just say to me, like, you've got to go downstairs and stay on the sofa. I'm like, for fuck's sake. Yeah. And I will. I'll sit on the sofa and just come on here or sit there, and it hurts. It kills me.
You need in a game like you need to gather your thoughts, because I when the goal went in, right, Aaron? When the goal went in, my son he sort of reenacted it for my daughter. So he sat there, the goal went in, and my son, I looked at my son, he looked at me, right, and he looked at me again. And then there was this rage in me, right? Anyway, it was almost like, you know these horror films where they're about to get chopped up. Yeah, he thought I was going to do that too, but I promise you guys in the chat, I'm not about that. I'm not about that life. Yeah, but mate, I needed to just get something to just.
Something needs to come out.
And so when you text me and said, do you want to? I sent a rather very ferocious response back to you, and you kind of got the message. He said,
I did, definitely, loud and clear, very loud and clear.
Okay, Normski, so what time do you come?
Anytime you want.
You know what I mean?
I had to change my boxers twice after reading that. I was like, oh, sorry, Norbs. Anytime you want to go, it's your choice.
Oh, mate. Oh, so, so we have to do this, guys. We have to do this. Just thrust it out. Yeah. It's what it is. Yeah. It's like, we've got this platform. So we're available with this platform where if it was after a game, that's what you said, right, Aaron? It was after the game, you're down the pub with your mates. You're gonna talk like this. Exactly, we're gonna talk like this.
Yeah.
What is afforded us now is that there's 85 other people at the pub with us today. Yeah, it's a virtual pub, right? And you're hearing us ranting, and we're reading some of your rants on the screen and
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm reading. There's quality, mate. There's wicked chat.
And
Like,
that's
people are
what
writing
it is.
some wicked
You
stuff
need to
in there,
talk
and I
about it.
agree.
Get it out your system. Get it out your system. Yeah. Yeah. And the famous words is we go again.
Yeah.
You go again. You know Arteta, you know what Arsenal are going to put out there. You know what they're going to tweet out. Come on, lads. Come on,
Do you
let's
know
go
what?
again.
Funny you say that. Look at this. This is a segment. This isn't the whole press. We're not going to do that, but this is a segment. Listen to this, and I wanted to make this point to everyone because Arteta screws up here a little bit. He massively, massively screws up here, and I want to make this point where he screws himself over. Right. It's not very long. We'll go through it. Losing in the manner that we did in the last kick of the game was very painful and disappointing. Facts. He said, we put everything into the game to try to win. Did you? I mean, really? Did you? That was everything that you had, was it? I mean, come on. Let's just don't do a shit in a baguette and tell me it's a steak BLT. Do you know what I mean? It just ain't happening. We had spells when probably we weren't at our best, especially with the ball, and put ourselves in trouble after regaining it. After we generated a good momentum in the second half, we scored a goal, and my feelings that we're going to go and win the game. So to lose in the manner that we did is painful, especially for the players. We know how much they put in it, blah. Wow, by the way, credit to Aston Villa. Jesus Christ. Wow. First bit of accountability I've ever seen in 6 years. But it comes with little side notes. It's a good test for us. We've been 18 games unbeaten, performing and winning almost every game. And now we've hit that one. Now we have to go again every 3 days. Ready? He's already said every 2.5 days, people. But I want you to hyper focus on this, yeah? Now we have to go again every 3 days. And we have a game, so I'm sure we'll be ready. His narrative when he's saying this every 3 days, and it has been when he started to say we play every other 2 days, by the way, or 2.5 days, is this: the fixture's been poor to us. The fixture schedule is one of the reasons why it's so difficult. By the way, it's the same for all the other title winners in the last
exactly
since inception, by the way. But you know, hey ho. But listen to this. Let's just keep this in mind, yeah, because he complains about playing every 3 days. Right, ready? Look at this next little bit, people. Right. Mikel admits that he wishes our next fixture was sooner. Okay, cool. We've been winning and winning and winning. We need to stay on our feet and prepare the best for the possible way the next game is now exact time. We said blah, 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 blah. It's going to happen at some point. I didn't want it today, but obviously, ready? If we could play tomorrow, I would be happy. There we go. So he complains about playing every 3 days, whinges now and takes it down to every 2 games. But if we could play tomorrow, he would be happy. What one is it? What one is it? Oh, the fixture's been so kind. It's just been terrible to us. We play every 2.5 days. But if we could play tomorrow, I'd really like that.
Yeah,
Just to
get that bad feeling. Just to get that bad feeling out. Yeah, because that's what it said in terms of getting the feeling out of the defeat.
Help me out here. Help me out here. The fixture list. We're playing too many games. But, you know, if we could play tomorrow and cram an extra one in there, that'd be good. Contradiction.
You know what
is
it is? There's the contradiction in it, but if you read deep into it, it's just a play on words. It's a play on words. It's a play on, guys, we've still got passion. Yeah. You know, I know we lost that game and we're really gutted about it. Well, the problem is you talk about you know, we dominated the game.
Yep.
Again, what are we watching? Do I need to put on Arteta? Is it Arteta tinted glasses that I need to be putting on to see the game that he's watching? Because I didn't see us dominate that game. There was only one team that wanted that game. There was only one team that wanted that, and that was Aston Villa.
Yeah, certainly wasn't us.
And that was it. Certainly wasn't us. So I don't know what he's talking about. So when he says if we could, you know, play, look, there's a level of frustration there, or big frustration. You know, the players. I mean, you had to see the picture. I mean, there was a still shot of our Arsenal players just on the floor, deflated, mentally hooked. Yeah, after that goal winning from Bandura, a player that we wanted. You know, a couple of seasons ago. We got Odegaard, didn't we? That year, yeah. We ended up getting Odegaard.
Yeah, that's when he was at Norwich, wasn't it? Yeah, of course it was. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So you know, you saw the players. That is going to take it out of him. That's going to knock the stuffing out of him. Now, if you players prove what we're essentially saying, Aaron, is that you, Arteta, and this team need to prove to us, right? You need to prove us wrong. I want to be wrong, Aaron. I want to be wrong. Come the end of the season, right? we're gonna have egg on our face. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna eat that egg. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat that
Boil it,
egg,
scramble it, fucking whatever. Make a cake out of it.
Yeah,
Who cares?
That's what top gooners are saying. That if Arteta wins the league, we're gonna have egg on our face. I'll tell you what, yeah, we will have egg on our face. I will eat the egg. I will do a 24-hour stream with Aaron, with Shane, with Lee Gunner, all them man them. Yeah, I will eat as much eggs as you want. Yeah, we'll eat as much eggs as you. What it proves to us is that this is what we've been asking for the last 20 plus years. And of those 25%, what Arteta has been managing, we've saying you finally got it over the line. You finally got it. You finally understood. Right? So we're 2 points in front. It's the 7th of, what time is it now? No,
22:57.
It's still the 6th of December. My brother.
We got an hour and 3 minutes, my brother.
Happy birthday, Uncle Ken. Happy birthday. Big up to Uncle Ken.
Big up, Ken.
Right. Listen. So come tomorrow. Come the Champions League. Go and deal with that. Make your changes. Yeah. Rest players. Beat Wolves. I expect us to bounce back ability. Go and beat Wolves.
Bounce back a bit.
Right.
Bounce back.
Go and prove us wrong. Yeah, you've had a setback. Fair play. Yeah, it was an unacceptable setback. But go and prove me. Go and prove Aaron wrong. Go and prove Shane wrong. Go and prove Rashid the level head wrong. Go and prove Northside. You name it. All the so-called bottom gooners. Prove us wrong. And we will happily eat every single egg off our face.
We'll make it into the biggest humble pie ever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's all well and good. I'm happy to eat that. Put it in the oven. Gas mark, win something for a change. Fucking Degree, fucking hasn't won anything in 6 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Put it in the middle fucking tray. Yeah, look, and cook me the fucking winning title. When we haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
To stop with the, to stop with that. I was running out of them after the second one.
I was trying to think of one, but I couldn't.
I was like, you're gonna have to wrap this one up, Aaron. The last one's like, just stop now, bruv. You're losing them. You're losing them. Man,
just win us something. Just win us something.
And a big up to TV, right? Yeah, I was writing this in the chat. I've been a fan since 93, 94, similar-ish to me. Maybe you're a similar age to me. I don't know. I'm 36, by the way. And I started watching him in 95, 96, more towards the end as well. So 96, 97 was my first full season as an Arsenal fan. I know what title winners look like. And I like this comment, which is why I'm definitely going to read it out. In this group, we have don't look like title winners. And it's mostly mentality. It's not there. And do you know what? Yeah, a lot of that I can see. And I've got a lot of outlook on there. And I say this quite frequently. Like, Arsenal could be 7 points clear now, 9 points clear now. I want to sit in the stadium and look at that team and go, and my team, of course, my beloved Arsenal. I want to sit there and look at them, whether I'm in the stadium or whether I'm watching it, wherever, and go, yeah, that's the best team in the league, man. Yeah, we're going to win the league this year. That's what I want. That you can't replace that internal feeling. Stats can't do that. Look, nothing. There's nothing anyone can say or do. That's an internal feeling. That's just, it comes from within. That's just how you feel. Nothing can take that. And when you feel that, you're like, yeah, man, I haven't got that with this team, and neither have you, brother. Sometimes when you look at the Manchester City things, and it can happen. Do you remember when Wayne Rooney done the bicycle kick? And that was quite a tightish season. I can sort of remember. When he done that, you're like, they're going to win the fucking league this year, aren't they? You just know, didn't you? When you're just like, yeah, that's who's going to win the league this year. And that little feeling quite often isn't wrong. I would love to have that feeling for Arsenal. I would love to, irrelevant stats or statistics. Take all that aside. I'd love to sit there and watch Arsenal and go, yeah, man. Yeah, Norms. Do you know what? Chat. Yeah, we're the best, aren't we? We're going to win this league title. I promise you. I've with all of my being, I would love to say that. I can't, because I'd be lying to every single one of you, and I don't do that. Neither does Norms. Neither does anyone of our side on the fence.
Yeah,
you get that feeling inside, and I want that. I'm desperate for it. I've been agging for it since I was 15 years old. I couldn't even buy a lottery ticket the last time we won the league, and it was only 16 to buy it then. I couldn't even smoke cigarettes legally because it was 16 to buy it back then in 2003, 2004. I wasn't even allowed to drink booze in a pub. Now I'm 36 years old. I've got 2 kids. I'm getting on. I know I'm only 36, but I'm twice as old as I was and then some, and we still have not won the league. Like, and we are £1 billion deep into a project with a manager, and I'm still, whilst I'm willing to accept some pushback to some degree of, like, would you have taken being 2 points ahead after 15 games at the start of the season? Yes, I would have.
Mm.
But that's before knowing everything. Now you'd have gone, yeah, fine, that, I'll right have it. But then that's cool. You can win that little debate about it, but then you can't take it away from me when I go, yeah, but I've experienced the 15 games, and it should be a lot more. A winning top. Liverpool last year had a similar sort of thing to us, where other teams were not the best, this and all of that, but Liverpool were picking up points, and they'd won the league by now. Really, I know you can't say that because but. They started putting distance in there. They was winning them. They were setting up some real distance between teams at this point. They were really putting the sword to the people. Where people were drowning, they were putting their head on you, they're putting their foot on you, making sure until the bubble stopped. That's what they were doing. That's what winners do. Arsenal we do that today, and it's just frustrating. Big up as well to T. Gooner. Big up to you. Big up. Appreciate the super chat. Big up, my friend. Mr. Legacy is a farce. This manager, sorry, his legacy is a bit of a farcical, and I agree with you. Why stick players have not won anything for you? Listen, I'm hearing you. So, like, what's his legacy? If Arsenal Football Club and Mikel Arteta don't get any trophies over the line, and we don't know that yet, it's still in December. I can't speak from both sides of the mouth, Norms. We haven't won anything yet. We haven't lost anything yet in equal measure, right? That's cool. But if we don't win anything, what is this manager's legacy? We're going to be that team that finished second 4 times in a row for the first time. There's nothing to show. You'll get people, ooga booga booga, that will go. We got records. We got records. We got records. Just beating their angry chest. We got the records. We're going to create a dynasty. Booga 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 booga. Well, the dynasty of what? Dynasty of failure. 19 consecutive competitions entered, 19 consecutive failures.
And that's what we're going to be known as.
Yeah, people are counting the second title, the third title, the fourth title, the fifth title. They're counting 15 Champions Leagues before we've even won the first one. That's a dangerous state of mind to be in, ladies and gentlemen. And T. Gooner, thankfully, is in the normal bracket. Big up to you, Gooner SE, man. Oh shit, sorry, big up. I did have that. Where we go? Here we go. This guy's premature. This guy prematurely has dementia. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The way he thinks, he might have to move to an old folks' home before he acts like an angry toddler in the store. I'll tell you, it's facts. Gooner SE, I agree with you, bruv. Mate, it's not good enough. What he's done so far hasn't proved enough to convince me, to convince Norms, to convince anyone in this chat that we're going to win the league title this year. I wasn't convinced with 7 points ahead 3 or 4 games ago. Why am I going to be convinced with 2 points ahead while we're on a decline? We know Manchester City turned into a different animal in the second half of the season, by and large, most seasons. Why? Because we've got about 8 seasons to go off. Like, we're not just plucking that stat out of fucking thin air. Like, we've watched the league for the last 20, 30, 40 years. That's just facts. You may not like it. It may not agree with your point. Tough shit. Do you know what I mean? It's madness. What can you do, Norms? Do you know what I'm saying? It's a frustrating one. It's like a little angry toddler.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, I'm just
big
tired
up.
Yeah, it's just the same old Aaron. It does get. I'd like to just have a glimmer of hope, back of mind. But as you said, I can't stick me, as I say, stick the thing in the sand and say, flag it and say, right, that's it. We're doing this now. You know what I mean? I can't, as views would say, I just can't. You know what I mean? I can't, man. I can't believe it. Yeah, no, it's frustrating, bro. And you it's like with anything, you always got in the back of your mind that somehow we're gonna drop off. We're gonna drop off, and I just don't have the confidence I don't have the confidence. I really wish I could have the confidence, but I don't. You know, we would have to probably clearly be, as you say, at least 13 double digits, 13, 14 points for me to say, yes, Aaron, I think we're going to do it. Yeah. And I'm talking about 3 games to go. Yes, Aaron, let's just sit back and relax. But at the moment, there's no time for sitting back and relaxing, because I don't know, coming out of this Christmas period, where we're going to be in relation to Man City. Because if they overtake us, we're going to have trouble trying to pull them back. Because that's when they just go, all right, guys, let's just put it into 5th gear. No, let's put it into 10th gear. Yeah.
How did we get on? How did we get on trying to innit? How did we get on trying to pull back a better Manchester City side 2 seasons ago, or a Liverpool side last year? Oh yeah, we didn't. Yeah, okay, cool. So people will be like, oh, how can you say that this year? Because we didn't do it the last 2 years. And then you take away the 22-23 season where we was ahead. Then you go back and bottling it in the Tottenham game and in the whole top 4 race. Oh yeah, so in the last 4 or 5 seasons, oh yeah, we've bottled it 3 times. Oh, but why did you say that? I don't know. History. I don't know. Watching this football club. I don't know. Probably, like I always say, it's bookies. The reason why it's a billionaire industry, and absolutely probably a trillionaire industry, because they make up odds, and they're not always right. Neither are we. Neither is no one. But they give you a statistic based on historical events in a likelihood. It's not rocket science. And we look at football, well, I certainly do, look at football the same thing. I don't just come out with mad, crazy statements. I say Arsenal probably won't win it because we've fucked up for the last 3 or 4 years. Not just because I'm just thinking, oh, well, you know, I woke up today and I feel quite bad. You know, I'm a little bit ill. So, yeah, Arsenal won't win the league today. It's a statistical. You get that based off of what you've watched. That's just how life is. Like, it just is what it is. And bookies do the same. They can't, you know, they give you Holland. Would they give you a 90-1 odds on Haaland to be top scorer this year? No. But they'll probably give you 1 to 90. Do you know why? Because they go, he's won the Golden Boot for the last fucking 5, 6, 7 years in a row. Oh, so they're looking on historical events and basing the likelihood and giving you an outcome based on probability. That's exactly what we're doing. It's not difficult to fucking decipher, is it? You know, none of us can say we will not win the league 150% factual. We don't. But we've been in this situation before. We've been here. We've read the book. As I said, we've listened to it, watched this DVD. We've listened to this record time and time again. And it's skipping, it's scratched, and the pages are sticky. And it's frustrating. Do you know what I'm saying? It's got to that point. As, big up to the assembled. I'll get this one in for you, Norms. What season did you feel differently, Norms? And I'm presuming, sorry, if I can just quickly add.
Yeah. Just
you mean
to clarify.
Like presuming, like you feel like we're gonna win the league, maybe, or have a chance. When was that last? When was that last time? I'm assuming you mean assembled. Big up.
Yeah. So I can only go back to the season when we bottled it.
Yeah.
That 22-23 season. That's the only time where I felt. Hang on a minute. Hang on a sec. You know, like, whoa, are we? Because the way we was putting away teams, you know, the way we was like scoring in the last minute and doing all of that, I thought, yeah. Then the injuries came in, and I thought, all right, okay. Then we started to drop points against Aston Villa, West Ham, Southampton. Do you know what I mean? Arteta decides that, oh, I'm going to be a bit clever. Bring Jesus back in, drop Havertz into the midfield, and then what do? We end up drawing. Was it that game we drew at home to Aston Villa or lost? I can't remember. Whatever it happens, it caused us to basically miss that. Then we ended up losing Saliba. Yeah, to
Tomiyasu. That was in the Sporting Lisbon UEFA Cup, wasn't it?
Right,
and we actually lost that one
right.
out. Yeah, we lost both of them. Yeah.
All right, and then you're thinking, hang on, here we go. Here we go. Now we're on a slippery slope. All right, and then that hope and that belief started to slip away slowly, and then. You know, the sharks start to smell because I think when we went to the Etihad and I think they beat us, was it 3-1 or 4-1? I can't remember the score. I think it might be 3 or 4-1. And I just thought, because that season where we was 8 points clear, Man City had a game in hand. So what you do, the way you put pressure on them is the game in hand, they have to go and win their game in hand. So the time when I think they'd gone away, remember they had to go away and play a couple of games, and I don't know if it was like a tournament or whatever it was. So when they come back, they had to play catch up.
Yeah, was that the World Club Cup? Maybe.
Yeah, it was a
when
World
they
Club.
won the
I think it was
Champions
that. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was a World Club
quickly and leave you in charge.
Yeah. And we should have ended up. If we'd won that game, we would have gone 11 points clear, and that meant that okay, Man City would have had the game in hand, but at least you've got that cushion. But just basically from there on in, we go and just drop points through a couple of games here, lost a couple of games here, and then slippery slope. Rob Holding comes in, and the rest is history. The rest is history. So that was the only time that I had any hope. And from there on in, I said that this manager cannot get us over the line. He's taken us as far as good. He had a conversation with was it Time Out, one of their magazines? He openly come out and said, I think I've run my course here. He didn't say the exact words, but essentially was saying, look, I can't go any further, and it may be time for me to walk away. Well, no, not when the club is going to go and give you 15.6 million, give you another pay rise for coming second yet again. You know what I mean? And then the following year, we go again, same old. Do you know what I mean? One, we was leading. The second year we was chasing. We couldn't do none of them. And then the third time of coming second was we was nowhere in the race, and that was Liverpool, a Liverpool team that we didn't even expect. A new manager coming in, taking over from Klopp, thinking that okay, maybe this will be a chance, not to even say go and win the league, because you still, even though Man City had, lost players and stuff like that. So I think a lot of the bookies were based on that. Well, maybe this is Arsenal's time now to try and see if they can go on and win the league. We didn't lay a glove on Liverpool. Literally, as you said, there was that big gap. I think in the end we ended up losing the league by 10 points. And that was because Liverpool took their foot off the gas. That was because Liverpool took their foot off the gas.
Would have been more. It was 15 at one stage.
It would have been more. It was 15 points at one stage. Yeah. It was 15 points at one stage. Do you know what I mean? So, that was a time, 22-23 season. And ever since that now, for me, seeing it and believing it, that's what I need to wait for. So I'm going to wait.
Two different things, isn't it? You can show the door.
I'll wait till May. And if we lift the trophy, then I'll say, well done, Mikel Arteta. But up until that point, I can't. It's going to be a lot closer, but I'm quite fearful coming through this Christmas period that we'll probably end up maybe dropping into second place. I mean, and then obviously Aston Villa, they're going to be there and thereabouts, but deciding where this title goes. But I just think, Man City have smelt blood, and they're literally just going to press the gas and pull away, because what they'll just do is get, maybe go on a run, go and get 5-10 game run. Do you know what I mean? Well,
they've got it in the locker.
They've got it in the locker. That's the thing. They've got it in the locker, and we haven't.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Do you know what as well, Norms? One of the things you said, a lot of fans fall into Gary Neville syndrome. He's predicted Arsenal to win the league for the last 3 or 4 years. You almost just have to carry on, don't you? Because you're hoping you get it right once. You think, I think it's Arsenal's here this year. Nope. It's like, no, I think they have to win it this year. It's not based on any logic other than
you make a very good point there, Aaron. Why is it that with Arsenal is that it's definitely this year?
Based on what?
What? Based on what? That's it.
Yeah.
Based on what? Based on what?
It's not history.
Just based on what? Feel good? Just being a feel good factor? Is it what? Just Arteta speaks great and bamboozles everybody. You know what I mean? Even the pundits get sucked in to all of this garbage. So for me, look, City have just kept their powder dry and slowly just came up the rear. Came up the rear, and now we are looking. We can see the headlights now. They're bright. They're proper bright.
Yeah.
Proper bright.
Yeah. Eyes are.
Yeah. Proper bright, mate.
Big up the Gooner SE. I'm sure every team has some special stat of their own, but you don't see them gloating about it. And I love this little bit. Do you?
Yeah.
No. Why? Because they win trophies. And I use this analogy, and I've said it time and time again when with people saying, "Oh yeah, but we've got records." Records are a nice thing that you sit next to a bit of silverware. So let me explain that. If Arsenal didn't win the league and went invincible, cool. You went unbeaten, but well done. Who cares? No one cares. Chelsea's 15 goals conceded. Unbelievable. Some people think we're going to beat that. Nah. By the way, who cares if they didn't win the league that year? No one would have cared. It had just been a really good defensive season. The reason why we say, wow, what a defense 15 is because it's sat next to a Premier League trophy. The reason why the invincible season is unbelievable is because it's sat next to a Premier League trophy. The Centurions is sat next to a Premier League trophy. If Manchester City had 100 points and Liverpool had 101, would you hear Man City fans going, yeah, we got 100 points in one season? Did you win the league that year? No. Well, who cares? Like they wouldn't, would they? They're Centurions next to the Premier League title. That's what records are. They're fancy. They're great. They're a little addition to when you've won something. Other than that, they are just something that no one cares about. Could you imagine? I went down the pub and I sat with a Manchester City fan and a Liverpool fan in the last 5 or 6 years, and I bounced in, walking over there, and I was like, "Yeah, all right, boys, we've got some records now. You know, eight clean sheets in a row, beat the Leeds record from the early 1900s. What you boys saying? Champions Leagues, 4 Premier League titles and a win. Oh yeah, but we might be on course to beat Chelsea's record of 15 clean sheets. You know, yeah, okay, cool. Well, we've got about 25 fucking trophies in the last 10 years between us. What about you? Yeah, we won the FA Cup with Emery's team. You'd just look a mug, wouldn't you? You'd look an absolute prat. Oh, we got the records. What? Who cares? What records? I bet you any money if you was to actually deep dive into it, he's set as many negative records as he has fucking good ones.
The only records they've got,
Aaron, the only
records Arteta's got scratch records. That's what it is. It's same old. Repeat, rinse and repeat. Repeat, rinse and repeat. That's what it is. Yeah, same old. Every time. Yeah, can't get to the end of the song. Yeah, get to the end of the song. And let's all be winners. But until then, get rid of that record, that scratch record, because I'm tired of hearing it.
Yeah. Norms, can I just say something?
Yes, you may.
Sue just wrote something, yeah, and look, it's normal. Dude, am I reading this right? What's going on here? I don't know what's going on. Big up, Adam. Hello, mate. This is weird. It's not weird. Normski in the chat. Big up, Adam. Where's the nastiness? What's going on? Hit the likes and subscribes. You all right, Zooch? You doing good? Yeah, you not ill or anything like that. I hope you're not, my friend. You know, there's the insults. Let the excuses begin. We need to be better. I literally thought we'd win. Full soap. I agree with everything you said, and he ain't being a dickhead to me. Jesus Christ!
You know what?
What a fucking Saturday night!
I've got a theory. I've got a theory here why he's being nice. Yeah, something tells me, yeah, that whatever you do not get off that chair because there's a detonator underneath it.
Yeah, he's waiting, isn't he? Yeah. He's ready. There's something. There's an underlining something there. Yeah, this just ain't sitting well with me, Suze. What have you done? Right, normal comment. No super chat. Normal comment. What have you done? Explain yourself, Suge. I'm not fucking buying this nice stuff. Explain yourself. Now.
This is mafia settings, man. This is mafia settings. Yeah, he calls. The Godfather calls you into the room. He says, "Sit down, Aaron, man. Sit down. Take a seat, man. Right? And you're sitting down. Yeah. And the guy goes, put your hand on the table. Put your hand on the table. Now I'm gonna do something. Yeah. I don't want you to move your hands. All right. And he takes like this big, great knife. And he goes, spread your fingers, and I'm going to go around it fast. But how I'm going to do this is blindfolded.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just angry. Well,
hello,
Stooge. It's nice to meet you.
That's what he's saying. He's so mad about this that he can't afford to abuse it.
The proof is in the pudding right there. Well, like, he's so pissed off, he's being nice to me. Like, I mean, if that doesn't tell you that Arsenal's fucked up this match day weekend, then that won't ever will. It's absolute madness. It's frustrating, and let's just sort of say this before we wrap, Norms.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of games coming up, and I've sort of complained about Arsenal previously that we lose or draw or whatever, or drop points in clusters. And it so happens that now we're doing it on the bounce: win, drop points, win, drop points, win, drop points. We've got a perfect game. Ignore the Bruges game, because that's, for me, it's a whatever game. Let's stick with the Premier League. We've got Wolves coming up. It's a perfect sort of fixture to bounce back. But then we've got a tricky Everton away game. Can you see us, before we wrap, can you see us putting a run together now? Because we've got to. We can't keep winning and drawing, winning and drawing, winning and losing. That is not sustainable. This run of form is not sustainable. Yes, we had the points in the bag, but they're almost gone.
Yeah,
we have to put something together now, because best believe
we're literally hanging on by our fingertips now.
Yeah.
And when I just look at the fixtures, Arsenal, Wolves, what I'd say first of all is you're gonna have to get that game out of your mind now. It's happened. Yeah, we've vented our frustrations here. We've got to get it out of our heads. And I know it sounds like, but we're gonna have to go again. That's a tweet out from the Arsenal. The Arsenal camp, but we have to now go and deal with Wolves. Wolves who have not, I think, 2 points. Like, the better way, it doesn't look like he's a good. I'm telling you, mate, you know what I mean?
No end product, man. He's Javino with a bandana, that fucker, isn't he?
Literally, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, Arsenal Wolves, you would expect us to win that. We expect us to bounce back from that game and win that. Everton is going to be tricky away, but we've still got to go there. If we really want to go on and do something, and it's crazy, try and keep that 2-point gap and just hope that Man City have a little hiccup here and there. You know what I mean? That's the only way. That's the hope that we have. Then we have Brighton at home. Yeah. Who, have been playing okay, but they could be pretty tricky. And then we play Aston Villa again on the 30th of December. A day before New Year's Eve. So we have to. Out of those 4 games, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy, if we've been impacted by the way we lost today, oh boy, out of the 12 points, gosh,
tricky.
I'll probably see 2 wins and 2 draws.
Yeah.
That
is not going to keep us first.
That's not going to keep us first.
No way. No.
That's me talking from my head, not my heart now. This is my head saying Wolves, Everton away. That's going to be tough. I think we'll probably get a draw there. Arsenal, Brighton. I think we may just scrape a win. But Arsenal, Aston Villa.
Yeah,
I can see us getting a draw in that game. And then we're away to Bournemouth on the 3rd of January.
So we've just got to do something.
We have to. We have to. Yeah, we have to.
You've got to get something going. There's a great opportunity to start a new run against Wolves, but that's got to continue. You can't. It's no good beating Wolves and decimating them 4 or 5-0 and drawing at Everton. No good. It's pointless. You can't then draw at Everton and come back and you bounce back and win your next game and then draw against Brighton. You can't do that.
Yeah, the draws are going to kill us. The draws are going to kill us. I mean, with 3 draws, 2 losses and 3 draws at the moment. Yeah, and I think the draws are the thing that's going to kill us, like they did last season.
Yeah, no facts. I do unexpectedly have to leave. So we will wrap up there. So apologies for the short one, even though we've done an hour and 40 minutes. I'm buzzing with that. We've hashed it out. The chat's been unbelievable. I'm sorry for not being able to get as many comments as I'd like. Me and Norms have been having a little bit of a rant. I've been reading all the comments, and some of them have been absolute quality. So love for the chat always, man. We're gonna raid Lee Gunner, of course, with an Aaron raid. We're gonna send you over there. But thank you very, very, very much, Norms, for giving me your time.
No.
I mean, even though I was kind of scared into it when you responded.
Yeah, I'm glad. I kind of feel a little bit better, but do you know what I mean? I'll probably go to bed tonight and I'll start having nightmares again. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah. But big up, world-class chat. Love Always, man. You don't know what it means to the likes of us, honestly. We'd happily be two geezers just talking about a bit of football, but it means so much more when we've got a world-class bunch like you lot in the chat, having a little listen, contributing, writing, and talking amongst yourselves. It's wicked, man. Unbelievable. Let's raid El Capitan Lee. Enjoy the rest of your Saturdays, and we will see you for the OG show, man. Big up.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Double boom.